Imagine living in a place so high up that every breath is a struggle. Welcome to La Rinconada, Peru, the highest permanent human settlement in the world. Perched over 16,700 feet, that's more than 5,100 meters. In the Andes Mountains, this town is a world away from anything you've ever known. It's not just the altitude that's extreme. Life here is a constant battle against the elements and the thin, oxygen-deprived air. So, why would anyone choose to live here? The answer lies beneath the ice. Gold. La Rinconada is a gold rush town, a magnet for tens of thousands of people hoping to strike it rich. They come from all over Peru, dreaming of a better life, willing to endure unimaginable hardships for a chance at fortune. But this isn't your typical mining town. There's no major company in charge, no formal infrastructure, and almost no government presence. It's a raw, chaotic place driven by hope and desperation. Let's talk about what it actually feels like to be there. For a visitor, the first thing you notice is the air, or rather, the lack of it. At this altitude, the air has about half the oxygen you'd find at sea level. Just walking a few steps can leave you gasping for breath, heart pounding in your chest. Your head might throb with a splitting headache. You could feel nauseous, dizzy, and utterly exhausted. This is altitude sickness, and for newcomers, it's a brutal introduction to life in La Rinconada. But what about the people who live here? Their bodies have to perform an incredible feat of adaptation. Over time, residents develop more red blood cells to carry what little oxygen is available more efficiently. Their chests might even expand to allow for larger lung capacity. But even for the locals, the long-term health effects can be severe. Chronic mountain sickness, known as Monge's disease, is a serious risk, leading to fatigue, breathlessness, and even heart failure. It's a constant, silent threat that hangs over the town, just like the low-lying clouds. The living conditions are as harsh as the altitude. There's no running water, no sewage system, and very limited electricity. Waste and garbage pile up in the streets, often freezing in the sub-zero temperatures. The environment is heavily contaminated with mercury, which is used in the rudimentary gold extraction process. This toxic metal pollutes the water, the soil, and the air, posing a devastating risk to the health of everyone in the town, especially the children. Now, let's look at the heart of La Rinconada, the mines. These aren't high-tech operations. They are treacherous tunnels dug deep into the mountain, often with minimal safety precautions. The miners work under a unique and cruel system called cash. For 30 days, they work for free, hauling rock and ore out of the dark, freezing tunnels. On the 31st day, they are allowed to carry out as much rock as they can on their own shoulders. Whatever gold they can find in that single bag of rock is their payment for the month. It's a lottery. Some might find a valuable chunk of ore and make a small fortune, but many walk away with nothing but dust. It's an incredibly risky gamble, not just financially, but with their lives. The mines are unstable, and collapses are a constant danger. The air inside is thick with dust and toxic fumes. Yet, day after day, men descend into the darkness, driven by the glimmer of hope that this will be their lucky day. What's life like for the women and children? While men typically work in the mines, women often work on the pala, sifting through discarded rock piles outside the mines. They chip away at frozen chunks of rock in the biting wind, hoping to find tiny specks of gold that the miners missed. These women, known as palaqueras, are some of the toughest people you will ever meet, enduring the brutal cold and physical labor for a few precious flakes of gold. For children, growing up in La Rinconada is incredibly tough. They are exposed to the same environmental hazards and the crushing poverty. Many have to work from a young age to help support their families, often missing out on an education. The dream of a better future, the very thing that brought their parents here, seems so distant when you're a child just trying to survive the day. Despite the bleakness, there is a powerful sense of community and resilience. People find ways to celebrate life. There are festivals, markets, and moments of shared joy. They are bound together by their shared struggle and their shared hope. They haven't been forgotten either. Various nonprofit organizations and occasional government initiatives are working to improve conditions, focusing on healthcare, sanitation, and safer mining practices. It's a slow, uphill battle, but it's a start. These efforts aim to bring basic services that most of us take for granted. Imagine installing the first proper water pipes, or setting up a clinic that can handle the specific health problems caused by the altitude and pollution. These are monumental tasks in such a remote and challenging environment, but they are crucial steps toward a more humane existence for the people of La Rinconada. So, why should we care about this town on top of the world? La Rinconada is an extreme example of the human cost behind the resources we consume. The gold from these mountains might end up in our electronics or jewelry, and its story is one of incredible human sacrifice. It's a stark reminder of global inequality and the desperate lengths people will go to in search of a better life. It forces us to ask tough questions. What are our responsibilities as global citizens? How can we ensure that the pursuit of wealth doesn't come at the cost of human dignity and environmental health? The story of La Rinconada is not just about a remote town in Peru. It's a story about human endurance, the dark side of a global industry, and the enduring power of hope against all odds. It's a town where every breath is earned, and every day is a fight for survival. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the roof of the world. If you found this story compelling, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the most incredible places and stories on our planet. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.